Visa-free entry to China? Here's the truth. Guangdong is nothing like what you'd expect, and in 6 days, I went from sun-drying tea in a village to cheering at the national games, eating tons of good food, and even hiking mountain temples. Come with me to spend 240 hours in Guangdong, China. So I wandered over here because I am smelling the sweetest smell of oranges. This orange peel is 10 years old. They take it from where they're storing every year for 10 years so that they can store this. It ends up being 500 RMB per 500 grams. So this is the dried form, and this is it drying here. I'm going to take this and dry the peels, and that is going to be used for something in Chinese medicine. And the longer that it dries, the more expensive it is. There are about 40 families here that still live in this village. And so her family is actually creating this tea. So they store these all year long, year after year, out of their house in this area. But let me show you a little bit more of the village. I'm starting my trip here in a tiny place that most travelers might not think about, Zili Village. This is one of 4 UNESCO World Heritage Sites in the Kaiping area in Guangdong Province. But there is a lot of really cool and relevant history about this. Okay, so not only is this a famous filming location of the movie Let Bullets Fly, but this is a 400-year-old town, and these buildings were built about 100 years ago. It was supposed to be an Eastern and Western style mix of architecture and style. And because this was on the boundary area of 4 cities, between the years 1600 and 1900, there were issues with bandits, and many Chinese immigrants left to the USA in 1900. A lot of these Chinese immigrants made really great money in the US. When the Chinese Exclusion Act happened, which was when Chinese people could not own property in the US and could not enter the US anymore, they decided to bring their wealth and return back home. They came back and built these incredible houses, they got married, and they had their families. And they brought with them new knowledge. They used iron from Germany and cement from the UK. You can see on the outside of the buildings, it was flat, so that would protect from people being able to climb it. So until a certain year, you would only see decoration on the top of the building. And that's also why you see these iron grates. Plus, there are literally holes all over the place, but on purpose. These holes are to allow people to look through and see who was outside of their houses at any given time. After the 1930s, things got safer, so they were able to make the houses a little bit more beautiful than before. These houses were donated to the government to take care of them, and for now we get to see kind of a little glimpse into history.
So I'm here in the square, and they have an 80th birthday party going on, so they're doing karaoke here. These are the ladies that are part of it. They're all wearing red.
Okay, well, let's head and get some traditional Canton lunch. As you can see, we are leaving this main area and we're going into a private family room.
So to make sure that you know that it is clean, they repackage it every single time.
There's also something else interesting that people specifically do here in the Canton region, and that is actually cleaning their dishes. It comes from a long time ago, and now although everyone knows that things are clean, they still do it today. And you actually use the tea to clean your dishes. It's kind of fun. They ordered this and they said that I have to try it. It does not sound very good to me, unfortunately, but let's see.
This is literally just Oh, tastes good.
Really?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yeah, it doesn't taste like vinegar.
And now let's eat. There is definitely a lot of meat on the table, but of course they know that I only eat fish and vegetables, so they ordered some good stuff for me too. But every part of Guangdong is known for different things, but there is a lot of duck and pigeon in this region. One thing that is really fun about eating in China in general is that everything is always family style, so you get to try a bunch of different stuff. This is actually fish around sausage, and this is our full table. Oof, time to dig in.
I'm at the Guangdong Olympic Stadium, and we are going to go watch an Olympic qualifier event. I'm so excited. There are tons of people wearing red, lots of flags everywhere. Let's go check it out. This is the official mascot. It's a pink dolphin. So we have arrived here. It is a pretty cool grand entrance. You can see all these flowers because this is the city that is known for flowers.
All right, let's go in the stadium.
We just made it inside the games, and this is so crazy. They have robots that are delivering javelins to people.
This is such an ingenious idea. This is usually so much work for the people who are doing it. All right, so they're going through the motions of introducing the games, but this is so crazy. The opening ceremony is incredible. think people were sad that it was over because it was so cool. It looked almost like people were running on the track. What happened in this was wild. Basically, the guy who was in the back the entire time, at the very last lap, he sprang to the front and won the race. Honestly, I had such a great time at these games, but now it's time to get some food. So we are having fish hot pot. And luckily, I have my team to order for me, so I'm just kind of taking a back seat and I'm going to eat whatever they bring out for us. In China, they always like to show you that things are fresh, so the water is coming from a bottle so that we know it's fresh water. So these are some of the things that we're going to include in our hot pot.
So now we're going to take this raw fish and cook it in the hot pot for like 10 to 15 seconds and then dip it in the sauce that we just made.
You can try.
Oh wow, nice. Okay.
This one only like
I am in Chikan, and it's basically this cute little city that is set up, and there's lots of different shows and cultural activities. Now we're gonna go on this boat. This is that dried orange peel. Are going to actually have the orange peel tea. So this is the tea. That's how they sell it. Pretty cool. I'm gonna unwrap it and then we're gonna drink it. Ooh. Oh.
the tea inside.
Yeah, you can see all the tea inside. Put that in there.
Now, if you've ever heard of a Chinese tea ceremony, this is something that comes second nature to most Chinese people. First, they clean the cups with the first flush of the tea, and then they throw that out and you don't drink it. And then they proceed to make the actual tea, and then they pour it into the cups for you to enjoy, and you keep drinking it as it finishes.
Ooh, so interesting. It's very orangey.
All right, but now it's time for us to actually watch a show here. So this combines a little bit of history with entertainment, of course. This show is called Nan Lu. It's set up with the backdrop of Chikan ancient town during the turbulent years of war. It is a heroic tale of resistance against the Japanese invaders. When there was news that the Japanese invaders were arriving with numerous boats, the local self-defense forces, led by brave and determined citizens, were faced with a crucial decision. Kind of what I spoke about when we went to Zili town. At this point, the villagers had received financial support from overseas Chinese to build watchtowers and purchase guns. So they were determined not to flee. They did not want their homes to be destroyed by the enemy. So they mobilized and defended themselves against the Japanese. And obviously this plays out in this really high action, incredible show that we're seeing here. There are literally people flying through the air. It is pretty cool to watch. After seeing this show, we're heading to the main stage to see one of their most famous shows here. This is called the Fire and Water Show, and I'll let you watch a little bit so you can decide why you think that is. Obviously, now you understand the water portion, but now let's move on to the land and let's see where that fire comes from. This move is called the Iron Rose because there are actually people up there that are spinning hot iron to create these sparks. Absolutely crazy show, but this is just another day in Guangdong.
Behind me is Canton Tower in Guangzhou, China.
As you may have guessed it, this is the largest city in the province. So this is a very famous tower called Canton Tower.
I am finally going to try dim sum in China. I'm so excited. This is the Cantonese region, so this is just going to be a totally different experience from any other dim sum that I've had.
So while I have had dim sum in Hong Kong, that is not considered mainland, so I feel like it's going to be similar but also different, so I'm really excited to try. Lions are really big in Cantonese culture because they symbolize prosperity, so I'm seeing them a lot in this region.
You can see here, it is fully open. It means that it is very safe and healthy.
Okay, but let's get back to the table because some of the food is coming out.
Here we have congee with youtiao. So you can see this thing here, that's youtiao.
And at this restaurant, we actually have the person who's working here who is doing the tea process. But I love the way the food looks. It is all so cute. These buns literally have things printed on them. And of course, they look very good too. Now, I can't eat that though.
So right now we're trying to figure out what does not have pork and what does not have meat in it so that I can order something. Oh wow, everything looks so good. These look so good.
At dim sum, you order like this and then they mark it off every time they bring you something.
Baofu. Sour? Sao. Ooh, that looks great. This is made from dates. Yummy. I'm here at the Canton Tower.
And we're going to go up. It is very high. It is all the way on top of the 108th floor.
We're here at Canton Tower. This is the tallest point in the city, I believe. And this is the view. We are on the 107th floor at 458 meters.
This has been a lot of fun, but I want to see it from a different way. So let's head back down. So yes, this is a nice way to see it, but there's actually some way that's even better. On the water. Similar to in Chongqing, you can take these boats and you can watch the light show. Now, I had no idea what I was getting myself into because this is a crazy light show. And it's time to eat again, but this time we are trying something different. Everyone here is going to be having pigeon because it's very common here and one of the delicacies. But we will also be having steamed fish, and I'm so excited for that because it's one that I haven't tried yet. Look at how crazy that looks. So yummy.
So right now we're in Yongqingfang, and it's basically just like a lot of shops, and there's a lot of cool things here and cultural things, and I'm really excited because Bruce Lee's house is here, and so we're gonna go check that out. And obviously Bruce Lee is like a hugely famous person in the United States and also here in the Canton region.
At this point, they have turned it into a museum. So as you can see, tons of people are coming out here. They're taking photos with his statue.
So here we have the statue with Bruce Lee and his dad, and that's because he was basically his trainer, so it was really important to the history of his life. He's giving away olives. So here I am trying a traditional Cantonese dessert. It has mango and sticky rice balls in it. And then there's this drink. What's in the drink?
The mangoes also have this. I think this is also sticky rice, and also with the small ball, but also made out of the sticky rice, but in a different way.
Mmm.
You can, yeah.
Whoa. Mmm. Not too sweet. The mango is so yummy.
This location is actually near the opera here in Yongqingfang shopping street. It is a beautiful and tranquil little garden. And then there's also somewhere where you can learn all about the Canton Opera, which is extremely famous throughout the world. Now this is the temple, and I highly recommend that you see it at night because it glows so beautifully and so incredibly. I mean, look at that.
Starting off, we are going to an all seafood restaurant. Let's check it out. So this area is known for squab, but obviously I can't eat that, so I'm not going to be having that. And that's tofu. So here they have somebody who is going to help us wash all of our stuff so that we know that it's clean. Look at that. Passion fruit, watermelon, and something else, and it looks so good. The first dish we have here is spiny lobster, and apparently you have to use your hands to open it. I just used my hands to eat, but now we're just given a glove, which is a smart method, I think. Now my hands are dirty. Tofu. Rice. That. We got the meat. Cantonese style fish.
Fried fan with crab egg.
As you can see, every day I am trying something completely new because every city and region here has different food. It is really cool. So let's move on.
I'm here at the Zhongshan Film Studio, and this is basically the Universal Studios of China. I'm super excited. I'm going to get to see a bunch of film sets, and this is where all the movie stars film all of their films. Let's check it out. So now I'm going to dress in Hanfu, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to dress in Hanfu again.
Yeah.
So at first I really liked this look, but they told me that this is almost kind of like a showgirl and it's not super classy, so they're introducing me to some other ideas.
This one is from this area, so they want me to try it on. Gotta pick the right color though. That's cute. Like that. I don't know how to tie this one.
So now, similar to doing other styles of Hanfu, she is going to do my hair and makeup, although I already have some on, but I'm going to let her do a little bit to match the style of outfit. This style of dress is actually called a Qipao, and it was very popular in the 1950s. So now, does that look like the president's mansion? Nope, it's not. It's actually a film set.
So now we are riding around between the sets, and we're gonna go check out some of the sets here. Oh, I want to take pictures there. That's cute.
Does this look like somewhere familiar? It's supposed to be a set of Xi'an, China. And now this is another set because everywhere here is a set, but they have this music instrument here. So I am going to try and at least pretend to play it. Let's see how my acting is. Overall, this is just a really fun place to be. You can come here and take photos with friends.
So as you can see, there's lots of girls here that are all taking photos and videos in all of these movie sets. It's pretty cool.
But now for dinner tonight, we are trying a different type of hot pot that I've never had before, and that is rice porridge hot pot. So you go in here and you select all of the different things that you want, and then you bring them to the table. There are so many different options, as you can see, lots of seafood and meat and vegetables. So I'm selecting a few seafood things, and then of course I'm getting lots of veggies, and I'm just going to put them on this little cart and then wheel them all the way to our table.
And then you can come here and you make your sauce. We'll leave whatever you want in it.
You can tell that the water is cloudy, and that is because the starch from the rice gets into the water. Okay, but per usual, we're going to wash our silverware. But this is the sauce that I made. It's a mixture of soy, a little bit of sesame oil, and peanut, which is really common in the hot pot. And then this is our table, so we will all share everything and everybody can just pick from everywhere. Let's crank on our burners and get started.
century egg.
Okay.
The more you eat, the more your rice soup, congee, gets sauce in it, and then you can drink it at the end. And now it's the end, so we're going to take our soup and pour it into our bowl. Look at how sticky that is. Add some sauce and drink it.
We have finally arrived at our hotel for the night, and I'm so excited to show you this room because this hotel is absolutely crazy. We've been staying in really modern hotels, and this one is very modern but in a cultural way. It's in the traditional style, but look at how cool this room is with this big tub and then this little area to have tea. It's as if you're in the mountains or the forests. And then of course you come around here and you have this huge comfortable bed. Wow, I am loving this hotel room. Time to get to bed.
Starting off the day, we are buying these things here, and it's basically something that I'm going to make a wish with once we get in. So I'm excited to see what we're gonna do.
These are the little wishing items, and you get 5 for 10 yuan. Now the weather is not really on our side today, and it's actually known that in this province, the weather can change from minute to minute.
So behind me is a huge bronze ding, and basically this is 16 tons and it's 6 meters tall. So I'm taking these and I'm gonna go throw them. Just tripped over somebody's wish. Okay.
But it is really crazy all over the place here. People are just throwing their wishes. People are laughing, having such a great time. It's good to note that I am at Dinghu Mountain Village right now. It is an outdoor attraction park where they have things like these cute birds.
Oh my God, look at this bird. It looks like a humongous chicken.
These birds sadly became endangered, so now they are here for their protection.
They have a name. It's called the Forest Fairy.
After enjoying our time here at the park, I'm gonna get some sweet tofu pudding. This is warm, so it's going to be so enjoyable to have it here.
Oh, that's it?
Okay.
That's all they put on?
Yeah.
Oh wow, okay. All right, I'm going to try some tofu pudding. Look at that. I've only had the salty one. It's good.
Is it good?
Ginger, little sweet.
There's another park nearby as well, and it's Zou Qing. There are a lot of beautiful places to stop here, but because it is cold, we are only going to go to a few today. This park is a little bit more wild. It's very big, and there are a lot of different animals here. The limestone mountains are absolutely beautiful, and they also have some caves in here, so let's go in there. After visiting Shishi Cave, now we are just heading out to North Gate, and it's a really beautiful and quiet place to relax after being inside that crazy cave. All in all, I think this is a lovely place to come out and relax for the day and see some nature. Also get a bit of a historical side. Like here you can see these people are carving rocks. They are artisans. This is a very traditional style of rock carving here. This will be used as a calligraphy set.
To say goodbye to my amazing team that has helped me throughout this entire trip in Guangdong. Thanks, guys. 谢谢.
谢谢.
And what an amazing 240 hours it has been. As you all may know, I do have a 10-year China visa because I love to come to China all the time. But the 240-hour visa-free access is incredible. All you need to do is fly in from one country and then exit through a different country. Thank you for watching, and I hope that you too get to come to Guangdong, China.